Salute, salute, salute. Welcome to the Listen to the Barz News Podcast. That's right, I said it. Listen to the Barz News. By now, a lot of y'all is familiar with the podcast that I will soon be premiering, called Listen to the Barz. I've decided to add on to that by having like a subdivision title for that called Listen to the Barz News. Listen to the Barz is basically episodes where there'd be 10 rappers per episode spitting freestyles. It's all about lyricism. You know what I mean? Each rapper had their own little segment. 10 rappers per episode. It will be called Listen to the Barz Episode 1, Listen to the Barz Episode 2, so forth and so on, with 10 rappers per episode. So that's Listen to the Barz. It would be say Listen to the Barz Episode whatever. Listen to the Barz News is more or less me talking hip hop shit, me kicking it with y'all about music shit. You know what I mean? Whether I'm giving y'all feedback on a Listen to the Barz episode, or putting y'all on to when the episode about to come out, or just hip hop shit that's just going on. You know what I mean? It's just me talking my shit. It's Saturday night. Well, Sunday morning. And I'm talking my shit. Welcome to the Listen to the Barz News. It's your boy Teebone Blast on the check-in. And I'm happy to say that the first Listen to the Barz News is based on the greatest, let me stress that, the greatest song ever done by one neighborhood, one hood. I'm about to put y'all onto some shit. It's a lot surrounding that song, and I am going to share it with y'all. I decided to do that earlier today. Hold up. Let me light my shit. Got a little bit of dose. No, dosalato. That's dosey-dose mixed up with gelato. You know what I mean? Got a little bit of rock. Like I said, Saturday night / Sunday morning rather. Just trying to keep shit mellow. Staying in my lane. Ain't fucking with nobody. Hopefully nobody got a reason to want to fuck with me. Unless you trying to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Don't fuck with me. Fuck with me. That's it. Fuck with me. I'm gonna take you places. Anyway, like I was saying, this is based on the greatest song ever done by a community. And I decided to share the behind the scenes things that went on in regards to this song. I thought about doing that shit today, earlier. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm gonna still do a documentary about this song. I also gave my boy Fruit, told him that I was gonna do an interview in regards to this song on his podcast, the Real Big Fruit podcast. I'm still gonna do that. But this right here, it allows me to just tell it with like no interruptions and shit. Just me kicking it with y'all. I was gonna do this shit earlier. And I kid y'all not, right? I kid you not. I had poured me some Ciroc. I was rolling me a blunt. I was just about to turn my camera on and start talking to y'all. Right before I was about to hit the record button, my phone rang. I looked to see who it was. It was Batman. Brownsville, Cephalopeas, Batman and Robin. Yeah, that Batman. That's the comrade. Yup. Even so, I ain't gonna hold you. I was gonna send him a voicemail, shoot him a quick text. Yo, I'm doing something, I'm gonna hit you back. I said, you know what, let me just pick up, see what the bro want. And try to keep it brief. Me and the bro end up being on the phone for about 2 hours. Started drinking my Ciroc, smoked the L. So I'm a little tipsy right now, you know what I mean? Smoked the L. And me and my bro, we talked about everything, man. We talked about it. We chopped it up a few times. You know what I mean? Since I've been home, or you know what I mean, since I've been out, we chopped it up. But I realized like I ain't see him physically since 1992. I got locked up in 1992. I went up north in 93. Before he came through in 93. Yeah, I came back to the 4 building while he was in there. When I went back down to court. And but I ain't see him. He was in 2 Main Bing. I was only there for like 3 weeks. I didn't get to see him. Then I went home in 93, came back through in 94. By the time I came back through, he was up north. And then we never bumped heads up top. We was in the jail together one time, that was like 2008, in upstate box, but I ain't get the chance to see him. So I ain't see the bro since 92. We both home, but I'm in BK. He rest in OT. He ain't even called about nothing. He just called to check up on me. Threw me my flowers, threw me some flowers. See what you doing and all that. You know, we kicked it. We kicked it. 2 hours. Salute the Batman. Salute the Robin. Fucking Robin, that's my guy. How Fruit say? My guy, that's my guy. Rob, that's my guy. Whoa. Salute the Fat Mike, a.k.a. Mizzy Maybach. Salute the Sleepy. Salute the Free, rest in power. Salute the Southside Dawn. Free Dawn. Salute the Row, Big Row, Free Row. That was the team, man. Salute the Bree. Fuck. Can't forget Bree. That was the team, man. That 90s era? Oof, serious. That was the team. We all grown men now, doing grown men shit. But anyway, again, this Teebone Blast on the check-in. Listen to the Barz podcast. Listen to the Barz News podcast. Let's get to it, man. Let's talk about that 50 Villainz Deep shit. I don't even know where the fuck to start. It's so much different. Like, that's a 20-minute video. Shit got over 125,000 views, which is not bad for a motherfucker with no industry connections or none of that. But I'll get into that later. So, yeah, the shit did its thing. You read the comments, had a lot of love. You had some hate. Go to YouTube, punch up 50 Villainz Deep. Punch up Teebone Blast. That 20-minute video took a whole year to do. From November 2020 to November, Thanksgiving Day, 25th of 2021. Do y'all understand how much it took to get that 20-minute song done? How much work was put in? How much ups? How much downs? Between this, and I also decided to tell his story on this platform, but I'm going to break it up in 3 parts. It's going to be too much to tell. 3 parts might not even be enough, but I'm going to fit it in 3 parts. And like I said, you also going to get a documentary. And if you tap into the Big Fruit, the Real Big Fruit podcast, you're going to hear an interview. That's the home team. And he from the style. LG. And still support this fucking song. But if you look at the comments, it's people from everywhere supporting this shit, man. Can a person get themselves flowers? Because I got to give myself some flowers on that shit, man. But a lot went with that. A whole lot. So like I said, where do I start? From the beginning, right? But it's not even that simple. That's the crazy. It's not that simple. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start from the mindset. I ain't going front. I'm a little smack. Y'all got to forgive me. Me and Batman. Yo, you know what I forgot to say? After I got off the phone with Batman, let me go back to that real quick. I made a phone call to St. Last. I made a phone call to St. Last, and we chopped it up briefly. Man, it's about to go down. Yo, I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all can come up with whatever conclusion y'all want. It's about to go down. Stay tapped in with that St. Last channel. It's about to go down. I threw him a serious alley. But getting back to this 50 Villainz Deep shit. So I'm going to start with the mindset. Start with the mindset. Which started long before I even thought about doing a 50 Villainz Deep. It's crazy, right? Check it. I did a whole decade and a half in the pen, straight. Did some time before that, but this last one is the longest I've been away at one time. 15 joints. Right? And up north, Brownsville, we stick together like a motherfucker. Like, you got a couple of incidents where you might see a Brownsville dude having a, something with another Brownsville dude. But for the most part, it doesn't matter if you from the projects, up the hill, one of the side blocks. It doesn't matter where you from. If you from Brownsville, and you're not a fucking sucker, you're not a mook, you're not a rat. I mean, some done slip through the cracks, but for the most part, if you're not known to be none of them things, bruh, you embraced. The overall Brooklyn, that's one thing, on some geographical, the overall Brooklyn be holding shit down up top. But within the Brooklyn clique, within that Brooklyn team, it's like groups of immediate peoples that fuck with each other. You know what I mean? And Brownsville, be serious. Real shit. Young, old. I remember coming through as a young motherfucker, and it be motherfuckers that was in there before I was born. I was embraced. I ain't got no sucker shit on my jacket. I was embraced. And it's just been like that. I done seen dudes from Brownsville come to prison that had beef with each other in the street and make amends. I done personally orchestrated shit like that to happen. Nah, it's not happening. You got young dudes that get tied up into the gang shit on Rikers Island because they thinking that's what it is. They don't know no better. The young Brownsvillians, they come up top They don't really want to be down with that shit, yo. You know what I mean? Holler at motherfuckers. He not in it no more. It's a wrap. Without any type of repercussions. On some respectful shit. And I don't know Debo shit, on some respectful shit. That's the brown villain, man. That's the brown villain. Yup. So, 15 years of that constantly. That's the mindset that I came home with. You know what I mean? This togetherness. It was dudes that I clicked with up top from the hood that I probably would have never clicked with in the street. Real shit. So I came home with that mind state. And almost immediately, it was like a rude awakening. I started seeing mad greaseball shit in the hood. Like, damn, yo. I was so caught up into this Brownsville togetherness that I kind of forgot that I kind of contributed to the bullshit prior to my incarceration. Yeah, I had my fair share of just wrecking shit in the hood. Yeah. But so many years of being away from that, it kind of put me in another mind state with my hood. So that's the mind state I came home with. So me, like I said, I'm seeing bullshit. Then there was some unfortunate passings, and I went to some repasses. I think the first one being J-Ho from LH. Salute, rest in power to that bro, man. We go back. We went to June. We was in the same class in Marcus, 7th grade. But I remember going to his homegoing as well as twins from my projects. A few others, 7, a couple other brothers. And I noticed one thing, that at the repasses, again, it be all this togetherness. Everybody hugging and shaking hands and like everybody friends. But then the next day, you see the greaseball shit again. So I'm like, damn, like the only time we can get it together is when we in a cage or when it's a casket nearby. Nah. Meanwhile, you know, I'm going to the studio doing what I do. I ain't no activist or nothing like that. But I do know that music is the common denominator for everybody. Shit. Everybody love music. Everybody. I can't sing. I tried just fucking around. I can't sing for shit. But I can rap. I can rap my ass off. I got bars. Real shit. I got bars. So I could have been putting together Teebone Blast shit after Teebone Blast shit after Teebone Blast shit. And I did that a few times. But I could have just kept doing it. I got the bars to do it. But I'm like, you know what? Son rap. Yo, son, you want to do a song? Yo, son, you want to do a song? I started collabing with motherfuckers. I even went as far as putting a team together called Grown Man Business, G&B, the G&B outfit. But you know what? I'm going to tell that story too. But I'm going to save that for another Listen to the Barz News show. That's a good one. I'm going to get into that. So, yeah. So I'm collabing with motherfuckers and shit. I did a freestyle called, first of all, you can go to my YouTube channel and see all these joints that I'm talking about. Teebone Blast. Teebone Blast. / Brooklyn Approve. All that shit that I'm talking about now, come right the fuck up. So I did a song called the G&B Freestyle. And then I did another one, an actual song that came with a video called Grown Man Biz. And I featured N.O.R.E. I call him the lawyer. And we did a song, we did the video and everything. Then I called myself doing a part 2 to that one, where it was me, N.O.R.E., N.O.R.E.'s brother, Cash Cow, salute to him, and my home team, my big bro, Ron Do, salute to him. And we even added ELO Barz to the track. I added ELO Barz to the track. The first one to ever call ELO Barz for a collaboration. Just to show you the type of time I'm on. And I did it twice. For this song and the 50 Villainz Deep joint. Salute to ELO Barz. Right? So, it was 5 of us on that joint. And then, I wanted to remix that joint and I added 4 more motherfuckers to that joint. Dub Moolah from My P's, Van Dyke. Dunny Brown out of LH. Salute to him. Who else? My cousin out of Riverdale. Brady Cash. Salute to him. Who else? It was one more. Was it Top? I can't recall who it was. Please forgive me. You see what I'm over here doing? Fucking with Batman on the phone. I'm smoking, drinking, like. So I'm all over the place. I was gonna do this shit. I was gonna not even put this shit out today. Do this shit today. But I said, you know what? Let me do what I do, man. Fuck it. Yeah, so I did the part 2 to that. So now that's 9 motherfuckers on the track. That shit was long, because each person had like 16 bars. I did a joint with Dimes from my projects. Salute to her, called Bar Masters. I did a joint with Top Dawn called The Godfather. I did a joints with Dub, Torchiano, Van Dyke, called Fat Mike, Mizzy Maybach. We did a joint called like a Van Dyke freestyle, like from like the BET freestyle shit, some shit just like that. And we about to do a vid for that. So, bottom line is, I was already reaching out, collaborating with motherfuckers. That was my way of, see, the most underestimated strength is networking. The more you network, the more you out there. So I was already on that type of time, like networking, while at the same time doing joints with dudes in the hood, motherfuckers in the hood. You know what I mean? Keeping it Brownsville, you know, trying to, like, I'm still on that up north shit, that mind state. You know what I mean? Even though I'm seeing bullshit every day right before me, I just couldn't get that shit in my mind. There's people in the Ville telling me, like, yo, son, man, this shit is Barz. Fuck this shit. But you got to understand where I just came from. For the last, going to war. Fought wars in that yard, in housing areas, you know what I mean? Hell, Brownsville motherfuckers that now that I ain't even know, that I met in prison. We used to say Brownsville love. That's what we used to say to each other, Brownsville love. I don't think there's no such thing as that in Brownsville. I ain't never say that or that been said to me since I've been home. Word. So it's like I'm like not getting it. Like I'm not getting it. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, I'm always looking for ways to be different. I remember reading this Dennis Rodman interview, right? And he would say he was scoring in high school. He was averaging 20 points, some shit like that. When he got to the NBA, it was a lot of people already scoring. A lot of people doing that already. Everybody was scoring. So, and it wasn't like he was this fancy scorer, but he could get buckets. But he'd just be like everybody else. So he started working on the one thing that I believe got him into that Hall of Fame. Rebounding. Like nobody, you got people working on their jump shots, they drives. You got people working on their defensive, footing, all that type of shit. He said everybody want to shoot, so it was no problem with finding a motherfucker who want to shoot all day. And all he would do is grab the rebound and throw it back to them, looking at angles and positioning and all that. And because he wanted to perfect something that nobody was thinking about perfecting. You expecting a 7-footer to grab rebounds, but a motherfucker his height, I think he like 6'10", which is tall. But you got dudes way taller than that in the A. So he worked on something that nobody probably would think to work on at his height. And that's what he became known for. When you think Dennis Rodman, you know what I mean, you think weird shit too, you know what I mean? But at the same time, as far as basketball, you thinking rebound. You ain't think about scoring or nothing like that. So the point of that is everybody out here and their mother already trying to be a rapper. I got bars, but I ain't the only one that got bars. Game changed a little bit. You know what I mean? You got this drill rap shit popping. I ain't no drill rapper. I'm a lyricist. You know what I mean? Nobody seemed to really care about lyricism no more. That's the whole concept of listen to the bars. You know what? I'm going to do a story about listen to the bars on another Listen to the Barz News podcast. So that's 2 I got besides that, right? Besides this. So, anyway, I want to network with people from the hood, bring everybody together, do something different. You know what I'm saying? Do something that nobody's doing because everybody's worrying about them or their own team. I'm not just doing joints with GMB motherfuckers. I'm reaching out to other teams. Yo, what's up? It's the mindset I was in. But I started, I'm seeing that everybody ain't on that same type of time. I'm seeing it. One day I'm in the crib. I'm fucking with the YouTube shit. K Slay had just dropped a song called Salute to K Slay, Rest in Power to him. He just dropped a song called Rolling 50 Deep. Came out November of 2020. Now I watched this shit. I watched this shit from beginning to end. His shit was about 20 minutes long. Something like that. Around that. And I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? And I swear, like, it's like a motherfucker called an epiphany. Like, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do the same shit. I'm already doing collaborations. I'm already doing songs with other motherfuckers. And even the songs I'm doing, I'm being told that it's too long and shit like that or whatever. So, I was just fucking with the idea in my head. Like, I'm gonna find 50 rappers. Not necessarily Brownsville, it's just 50 rappers. Like, but then I said, since I'm already doing collaborations, I'm pushing this Brownsville togetherness anyway. Let me do it 50 Brownsville motherfuckers. Let me make a joint comprised of 50 Brownsville motherfuckers, 50 Brownsville rappers on one track. It was just an idea. I'm fucking with it in my mind, like, that shit'd be dope. Like I can almost envision that shit. I'm thinking about rappers in my mind from the hood that, yeah, I can reach out to him, her, him. You know what I mean? Yeah, this shit could be done. So I played K Slay shit back. But this time, I was counting the bars. I noticed each rapper had 8 bars, except for the last rapper, which was Royce the 5'9", he had 12 bars, but everybody else had 8. So I said, yeah, it should be nothing to get a motherfucker out for 8 bars. It's 8 bars. But where the fuck I'm gonna get 50 rappers from? Keep in mind, I just came home after doing a decade and a half. My whole hood looked different. I don't know half the people in it. No more. I remember one time they was having a basketball game in the back of my building. The only person I knew was the scorekeeper. I'm looking at all, oh, that's such and such son. Remember such and such? Yo, that's her son. Yo, that's his son. I'm looking at this shit like, oh shit. I remember they used to have basketball games in that same park. I knew every fucking body. So, if I ain't know no ball players, I don't know none of these rap. You know what I mean? And the crazy shit is, at the end of the day, a lot of people don't know me for rap either. A lot of people don't know I've been rapping forever. And crazy shit is, I've been nice forever. Like, I always I'm just do myself another alley-oop. Just do myself an alley-oop. I'm gonna make that another story for the Listen to the Barz news. How I got into rap, how I started rapping, when I started rapping, all that type of shit. That will be interesting. But, like I was saying, I've been rapping. But I'm really doing that street shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting handcuffs is catching me before success is. You know what I mean? So I'm burning down the yards, you know what I mean? While everybody else out here rhyming. So when I come out, motherfucker, you rap? Yeah, and I'm nice. So, you know what I mean? I understand the world we live in. If you ain't proven, it's going to be hard to get people on your side or to understand what you envisioning. It's going to be hard. I understood that part of the challenge. So, anyway. So after I counted these motherfucking bars and shit, not all of them, I didn't even count the first few rappers. I said, all right, everybody got 8, last rapper got 12, all right, facts. It should be no problem. So I posted up on Facebook. I was like, yo, I forgot exactly what I said, but it was something in reference to me seeing K Slay's video. And I'm like, yo, what's up with a Brownsville, like a Brownsville version? I got some feedback. Yo, yeah, that shit sound, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, all right. So now I need a beat. I ain't want to go on no instrumental that's already out, like a rap already done rapped on. So I needed a beat. So again, listen to K Slay shit. Listen to that beat. Like y'all might more or less know that as the rock, as the victory beat, but it's actually a sample from the Rocky movie. That's like a theme song in the Rocky movies. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna find a beat with a theme song with a Rocky. But first, before I did that, I went to Facebook. I said, yo, where the producers at? Need a beat. Some shit like that. I got positive feed. Yo, I'm gonna find some all this and all that. Wasn't getting no hits. So I said, yo, you know what? Slay did a beat off the Rocky theme, so I'm gonna do the same shit. But it's not gonna be that beat. You know, Rocky got different beats, you know what I mean? So I'm punching up tight beats. Rocky, I'm going on YouTube punching up Rocky type beats. Rocky type hip hop beats, like, you know. So different beats is coming on, and I took one beat. I found one beat. You know how you kind of try to force something to be dope? The beat wasn't like all that. I was more focused on it being the best thing that was available out of all the Rocky type beats that I seen. So I kind of like forced it. I even spit a couple freestyles in my mind off the fucking beat. And I kind of like forced it to be alright. But deep down inside, I didn't really like it. But I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? If a motherfucker nice, he can rap on any beat. And just so happened, I sent that beat out to a couple people. What you think about this beat? A couple rappers that I know. Some of them had the same feeling that I had. But me, I'm amping the beat up. Because all I'm thinking about now is, we got to get this shit done, 50 Brown. And then I end up finding another type beat. And that shit was kind of dope. But it had nothing to do with no Rocky shit. So I sent that beat to the same couple of individuals that I reached out to. And everybody was like a unanimous decision. Everybody agreed that this beat is better. And that's the beat that we end up using. So now I got a beat. I got a couple rappers. And when I say couple, I do mean a couple. Like 2 rappers that was ready to go in that first session. Now I was already going to the studio in Bed-Stuy. I was already doing my own joints there, or the collaborations that I spoke on earlier. I was already doing that. So that's the studio that I'm gonna go to. So I book a session, $50 a fucking hour. Book a session for about 4 hours. Ain't no freebies, none of that. And I'm thinking like, damn, I'm doing business with this dude before that. Now I'm explaining to him the song I want to do, which obviously is going to take wild sessions. But me, I'm like, you know what? I respect business. But I did make a mental note, like later on down the line, I'm gonna try to renegotiate this shit. Cause, you know, so I booked like about 4 hours. By then I had a couple of rappers lined up. They supposed to all meet me at this Bed-Stuy studio. I get there. I'm the only one that showed up. Nobody else showed up. Yo. Nobody else showed up. So now, from day one, since this 50 Villainz Deep shit started, I never had problems with this fucking studio. This is when this problem started. I understand how the studio game works. You book the time, that's your time. Some studios ask for deposits for this very reason. He didn't. Took my word. I know I won 4 hours. And I remember saying, man, I don't even need that much time, but I'm gonna do it because it's the first go. And if we finish ahead of time, we just do whatever. It's gonna be rappers there. We just use the rest of the time to do what we do. Nobody showed up. So now, I'm like, damn, it ain't gonna take me 4 hours to do 8 bars. I get in there and knock my verse out in minutes. In minutes. But now the guy, he's still like, yo, you asked for 4 hours. I could have booked it for somebody else. Now, I'm knowing he's right, like real shit. But he's seeing the situation at the same time. We end up negotiating. I gave him $100. I gave him half. And that kind of started what became an issue later on down the line. It's like what I said, that 20-minute video, it's a lot that went behind it. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. You know what I mean? So I felt like I wasted $100. I did 2 hours. I did my little verse, and my first one on the track. And I used the rest of the time. I started just coming up with shit, doing freestyles and shit like that. And I used the time to do other shit, which actually turned out to be a good look. I did a song called Grown Man Business during this same session. Grown Man Biz. No, Grown Man. That shit fire too. Word. So I'm in the lab. I knocked this shit out. Boom. So now I'm hitting, yo, what's up? Everybody got, yo, this came up or that came up, or I didn't have my bars ready and this and that and this. That's a line that I came to hate. I didn't have my bars ready. What? It's 8 bars. I could think that shit up right now as I'm sitting here talking to y'all. I could go to the bathroom and come out with 8 bars. And that's me after, that's not me taking a shit. That's after me taking a leak. But okay, I come up with strategies now. Everybody like competition. So now I'm coming at dudes like, yo, listen. Got 50 rappers in the Ville doing this joint with 50 dudes. Yo, make sure your shit fire. Because everybody gonna be trying to outshine everybody. That kind of got dudes stirring. Like, yeah, everybody trying to come off now. The more certain individuals, I believe, listen, I'm trying to do this song, but it was never about who got the best verse. Remember, I told you, I went first. And I sat through the whole process. That's another thing. Nobody can tell his 50 Villainz Deep story like me. I was there from when it was an idea all the way to the day we put the shit out. A year later. For every session, every video shoot, everything. It's going to be people that's on the song that's going to be surprised at some of the things that took place behind the scene that they don't know about. Because you got people that, you know, they did their verses and they went about their whatever they was doing before they did their verse. Some I ain't even see since then. Some I ain't even see since then. So nobody could tell it like me. And that's not me being cocky. That's me being real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting the rappers up. I start getting rappers and shit. So I booked another session. I booked another 4 hours. Mind you, I'm paying this shit out of my pocket. I don't have no studio. I'm just coming home. I'm not an industry dude. You know what I mean? I'm just a motherfucker that got Barz that came up with an idea. That's it. You know what I mean? I wasn't promising nobody nothing. The only thing I was telling them is, you get on this song, you're not going to get the song. I guarded that song with my motherfucking chest. Like, that shit could... I understand now why rappers don't want their shit leaked. I said, damn, I got to really guard this song so it don't get leaked before it come out. Because you got people that want their verses. I give it to you when you do the video. But I'm not giving... You can ask anybody. I was real strong with that shit. Even the engineer, I told, do not give this shit to nobody. I don't give a fuck who come and ask for it. So I'm getting rappers now. I booked another 4 hours. I might have had like, this time I got like 6, 7 rappers that's supposed to show. Only like 3 show. We killed all that in an hour. So now, fucking around with these freestyle, I'm like wasting money. But by this time, I'm like really wanting to see this shit come into fruition. I heard my verse, a couple of other dudes went on, you know what I mean, boom. So now I got like about 4 or 5 people on the joint. So now I'm like, this shit is a headache already. Like, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Real shit, even at this point. I'm really just starting to see cracks in the wall. That's it. I'm not really seeing the full shit of what I'm about to embark upon. So, again, I'm spending like an extra $100 for nothing. So now, I got like 5 rappers done. I'm posting on Facebook. I'm seeing people in the street. Yo, what's up? And how do I mind you? Who know how to rap? Like, I'm trying to get people from every project. And it's mostly Van Dyke dudes on there. I'm from Van Dyke, but it wasn't because I'm trying to just make Van Dyke more heard on the track than everybody else. I don't know who know how to rap. I don't know who know how to rap in Howard, Seth Flow. all that type of shit. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to rely on other people to give me that intel. Yo, who know how to rap from Riverdale? Who know how to rap from Tilden? Who know how to rap from Brownsville Projects? I didn't even know who knew how to rap in Van Dyke. But being that I'm in Van Dyke, it's the rappers there is more accessible. They more in my reach, so it's a little different. So like I said, I'm reaching out to motherfuckers that I already know, or that I'm meeting, or whatever the case may be. But the studio shit is becoming a problem. Not only is it costing me money, I remember one day, I get a call from this dude a guy that was on the 50 Villainz, that's on the 50 Villainz. He already did his verse, I introduced him to the guy, so now they doing their own thing. He coming to the studio now. That's another thing, I'm bringing you customers. I'm bringing you rappers that didn't even know about you. I'm bringing 49 other rappers to you. So you know you're going to be able to network and your studio going to get up. You know what I mean? Boom. But obviously he not thinking like that. So I get a call, yo son, this dude up the price. He talking about it's $60 an hour now, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, I wasn't even alarmed. I was like, I know that shit don't apply to me. Mind you, I'm doing business this dude almost a year prior to this 50 Villainz joint. Always gave him his bread, never complained, never asked for nothing free, none of that. Now I'm doing this 50 Villainz Deep where I'm bringing rappers, y'all exchanging phone numbers. So that's people doing, so like I said, this one he called, and it's crazy because I had a session that day, a 50 Villainz Deep session. And no, I had a session for myself because I was doing the 50 Villainz Deep shit, but I was also doing, I still got to do my Teebone Blast shit. So I already had, my mom was the high last son, and tell him, because he had a nice little studio, nice setup, professional looking shit. I ain't even gonna hold you. It wasn't some rundown. Matter of fact, it was like 3 different studios in one. You know what I'm saying? 3 different studios, 4 different studios in one. I go there, be another whole rappers that I don't even know in a whole nother booth with a whole nother engineer. You know what I mean? So they was like real well put together. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no hole in the wall shit. That shit was alright. But still, man, fuck. So even he's seeing what's happening. Rappers ain't showing up. I'm being stuck with extra time that I'm paying for. So he helping me come up with suggestions. Why don't you just do this? You know what I mean? But so he see what's going on. So I'm figuring like, all right, you know what I mean? So when I came in that day after getting this call, I'm seeing signs around the motherfucker. $60, a fee, whatever. So he's not in that day. But like I say, he got other engineers in there working under him and shit. So a dude talking about $60 and shit, an hour. I make a call, he talking about bills and all this type of expenses, that extra shit and all that dumb shit. And this is when COVID nobody wasn't fully aware of it, but it was starting to hit. It was starting to hit. So he was like, yo, he losing money and shit like that. And here it is, I'm thinking about coming to him to lower the price. I'm feeling like he should give me half off, $25 an hour, but I was gonna crack for like $35, $40, something off. It wasn't even about the bread. I had a couple dollars, I had a few dollars over lunch money, so I was able to foot the bill, you know what I'm saying? But it was more so the respect of it, like, homie, like, I'm putting myself in that position. I got a dude that's about to bring me 49 other rappers that don't know me. That's extra clientele for me. Because it ain't like these dudes is in my clique. They from my hood. We doing a song together, but they still doing their own thing. So they gonna fuck with you without me on the side. He was adamant on the $60 shit. By then, I'm already knee deep into the fucking project. Now I got other studio, like I had this other joint in Flatbush. But that shit was in his crib. He lived with his wife and kids. He ain't trying to hear 50 motherfuckers going in and out of that shit. It was hard to get in there for Dolo sometimes. That's why I stopped fucking with him. And he was a good engineer. But it was hard to book time with him. Plus he had a legal job. Regular dude. Then there was another one I went to in Staten Island. I know I ain't gonna get 50 Brownsville dudes to come to Staten Island. I could barely get him to come to Bed-Stuy. So I found myself like really having to fuck with this dude. All right, cool. $60 it is. $60 an hour. Mind you, that shit coming out of my pocket. So I'm getting the rappers in, but now the complaint is different. Because now the momentum is picking up. Dudes are starting to call me now. Yo, Blast, I heard you doing the 50 Villainz joint. Why you ain't hitting? You know what I mean? I'm trying to hit. But it's like mostly Van Dyke dudes. But I don't want to turn nobody down, especially if they got Barz. But you still got to even the playing field. It's not a 50 Van Dyke deep. It's 50 Villainz deep. Brownsville. So I got to reach out to motherfuckers. So, but people starting to hit my jack. So now the momentum, now the complaint is, which is, I can agree, like I said, COVID was starting to pick up around this motherfucking time. So he was like, it's too many people, you can't, you know what I mean? So now, I'm already feeling the way about the fucking prices. And he's on it about the fucking prices, like he's on it. Sucker too. One of them calling the cop ass motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Civilian type of motherfucker, not a, you know. And I don't know how to, like, it's like I'm learning how to deal with motherfuckers like that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you got rappers from the hood that's not showing up. I'm being stuck with extra hours. And then they do show up. And he complaining about the time. So it's, I mean, not the time, but the amount of people. I'm noticing it's harder for me to get time with this dude. I'm calling now and it's like, yo, I got time booked. Now, mind you, I got a personal life too. I got a job. I still got shit going on my own. I got to make money. You know what I mean? How else am I going to fund this shit? And I'm a hands-on motherfucker. Like, I'm one of the motherfuckers that I got to be there every session. I didn't really was with that, yo, y'all go to the studio, lay your verse, and I'll hear it. No, I got to be there. I got to be there. I got to be on deck. You know what I'm saying? And it's reasons for that, which I will explain later on. Like I said, I'm going to do 3 parts to this making of the 50 Villainz Deep joint. And I'm also going to do a documentary. And I'm also going to get on a Real Big Fruit podcast for that interview. So me and this dude, that's why I'm not name dropping, not really, because I got to save shit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to summarize this shit. But I'm going to give y'all enough, but not enough, if that makes sense. But enough so y'all can get at least a vision of what went down behind that 20-minute song. So the money is always right. But I'm feeling the way because I'm like, damn, like I'm watching him make connections with people that I'm bringing in. And it's not like I'm on no hating shit like, yo, son, don't fuck with him. Because some of the rappers I don't have nothing to do with. We just from the same hood and they from Brownsville, so they on a song. They can record wherever the fuck they want to record. They just here to do a project that I'm putting together. We're not connected in any other kind of way. So I'm watching him make connections. I'm hearing about rappers coming through the studio, doing songs in that studio, paying him. You know what I mean? Motherfucker, I ain't asking for no motherfucking finder's fee or nothing. But so I'm feeling like a way, like I say, even though I could foot the bill, it's the respect of the whole shit. Business shit, you know what I mean? But I respect business. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. But, so, I'm getting ticked off at the rappers because they not showing up when they, I had a rapper one time. Again, I'm not putting no names, not right now, but when I do the documentary, you will hear from some of these. The documentary is so you can hear from some of these rappers themselves. They gonna give you their spiel. And the interview is questions that, you know what I mean, I'm sure my boy is sitting down pondering, okay, ask him this, he gonna feed off this or other shit or, you know, the video that he seen himself. So all ground's gonna be covered. But I had this one rapper that literally told me, I'm in the studio, where you at? I am on my way. I am in the cab. He said he's in the cab. He don't show up. I had 2 more rappers. Check this shit out. One called me and said, yo, his sister's in the hospital. He came, and you know, I'ma feel like, oh, he was mad dramatic about the shit. I'm like, oh shit, hi, damn, hi, yo, handle your business. You know what I'm saying? I kid you not. Not an hour later, another rapper who was supposed to come that very same day, how he called me with the same shit. I'm talking about, it's not like he said, my brother's in the hospital. He said sister just like the first dude. The same dramatization and all that. And they don't even know each other. Yo, I can tell you a list of excuses, yo. Motherfuckers ain't realizing that shit costing your boy paper. Cause now I'm tight at him, but I'm also tight at the motherfucking studio guy cause he see what's going on. But he not giving me no slack. I'm still paying top dollar. But he had top-notch studio shit. And he was doing a thing with the mixes. So I'm already feeling a way about that. Meanwhile, he feeling a way about so many rappers being in the studio at once. So I started toning the numbers down. And like I said, I'm getting calls, people coming through, people still folding and flipping at the last minute. My whole thing is, you know what that shit remind me of? You know how you up north? Those that been up north will know what this feeling is like. You up top. Somebody tell you they coming to visit you. You speak to them that night. Like, you might be the last phone call before the yard close. Like, it's 9 at night. The yard about to close. That's the last thing you hear. I am coming tomorrow. That's the last shit. So that next day, if they coming, they would already be on a bus. Some jails you might get on a bus 2 o'clock in the morning. That's only a few hours. Some jails a little later than that, but either way, it's a few hours. Not only do the person not show up, but they phone ducking you for the next few days. Because they know. They hit you with some bullshit ass excuse. You like, well, at least me. Listen, you could have just told me you wasn't coming. At least so a motherfucker be prepared instead of, because you know when you think you prepare yourself, you get up different. That's what this shit used to have me feeling like. Real shit. And being up north for so many years and overcoming, like, you know, being stressed, but I learned how to wear that shit. Where I could be like, because in prison, like, you know, you never want nobody to see you weak. You know what I'm saying? You never want nobody to see you just express any sign of vulnerability. Fuck that. I'm blaming it on this. I should water it down now, shit. So, a lot of bullshit that used to like take me off, stress me out, I would come out my cell and like it's not, I just learned how to do that. So you would see me in videos and shit like that, during the 50 Villainz Deep shit, or because the times I had my camera but I'm like, damn, man. But I just learned how to just be like, act like it was nothing and just keep it pushing. So a lot of motherfuckers don't even understand the effects that shit was doing. Not only financially, but just being a real motherfucker. But like I said, I just kept it pushing. You know what I mean? So, like I said, rappers is coming up. This dude, me and him feeling at odds. We never had a problem prior to this 50 Villainz Deep. Day one is when the problem started. Man, we like 20 rappers in now, some shit like that. 18, 19 rappers in. The shit sounded fire. So even though I'm stressed on the other end of it, every time I would hear what we had so far, I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Which motivated me to go forward despite the stupid shit. Because I would have been tossed this shit. But I was like, oh, this shit coming out better than I imagined. But even with the rappers in the hood, you run to rappers. I remember me and the kid Rudy Lowe, we was riding around one day, and one rapper, we came, y'all, I ain't gonna front. I only rhyme on UK beats, man. You know what I mean? Professional beats from out of UK. Alright. Some rappers made promise they couldn't fulfill. They didn't come, you know, they either just felt they was too good to be on the track, or they didn't see or envision what I envisioned. But despite all the bullshit, and I'm going to say this repeatedly throughout all three parts, I appreciate every rapper that showed up, because, again, I'm no industry dude. I'm not an industry guy. I don't have industry connections. I couldn't promise nobody nothing, but when a video come out, you will be in a video. That's it. I ain't in no position to put you on, none of that. I couldn't, you know what I mean? So everybody who did show up, yo, listen, utmost salute. But we went through some shit. Y'all put me through some shit. So, anyway, we 18 rappers in. By this time, me and this studio guy, shit getting rocky. Now it's not the rappers, it's him. Yo, son, what's up with the studio? Before, it's times I used to call the same day and get time. Now I'm calling like, he booking me 3-4 days in advance later. So now I got everybody's schedule. Man, I got 50 rappers I gotta pick up. Everybody got different schedule. This person work, this person out of town, this person here. So I don't know how much time to really book. You know what I mean? But I'm taking chances. But at the same time, I don't know who to be more mad at. But I know on this end, this motherfucker like starting to distance itself. And on this hand, now these motherfuckers, the rappers, yo, son, what's up with the studio? I'm ready.